There aren't like phrenology influencers, right? I'm gonna search that real quick. Like on YouTube, you can't have a phrenology channel, right? There's no way. The top thing in my recommended right now on YouTube is 1 hour of Chad Orthodox chants to redeem your soul. It's official, guys. My YouTube thinks I'm racist. Let's see here. See if there's a phrenologist influencer. That could maybe be a big get right now with all the racism, you know, people doing blackface for Halloween and all the racist grifter influencers. No, there's a lot of like physiognomy analysis, but that's a different thing. I'm not seeing a phrenologist on YouTube, weirdly enough. Oh, here we go. The dark story of phrenology. What's so dark about it? They're saying it's a pseudoscience here, huh? Could have fooled me.
Phrenology is an outdated pseudoscience that used skull measurements to assess someone's mental traits. Phrenologists believed that the human brain had 27 organs within it, each of which had a corresponding mental faculty, though this number would vary as other phrenologists added to it. Mental faculties included impulsiveness, affection, vanity, poetic talent, and religiousness. By measuring the area of the skull that overlies the corresponding area of the brain, they could determine a person's capacity for any given...
Well, but what did this have to do with black people? You know, apparently there are some letters that have been destroyed. Cormac McCarthy, in his younger years, he has letters he sent to people. He was a phrenologist. He believed in the science of it. And he was a polymath, so...
personality
he was
trait.
Very intelligent.
The phrenologist would observe...
There's got to be something. I'm obviously, I'm not saying, you know, phrenology is good. No one's saying that. I'm saying there has to be something to it that people bought into it.
The skull of their patient by running their fingertips and palms over it to feel for enlargements or indentations. They would most often take measurements of the overall head size with a tape measure, though on rare occasions a craniometer or specialized calipers were used. An enlarged organ meant that the patient used that particular mental faculty extensively, and thus it was a strong trait in them. After such an examination, clients received a written delineation of their character, or a standardized chart with their score, combined with advice on how to improve themselves. Due to the nature of phrenology, people were naturally considered unequal, as very few people would have a naturally perfect balance between organs. Developed by German physician...
Developed by this guy. Man, this German physician here, this looks like Hitler laid an egg and he hatched out of it. That's beautiful.
Franz Gall in 1796. It was Gall's collaborator...
Doesn't it look like a Hitler togepi? For my Pokemon people out there.
Johann Jasper Spurzheim, who would popularize the term phrenology. The word comes from the Greek phren, meaning mind, and logos, meaning knowledge.
Someone needs to change their username now to Hitler Togepi.
1810 and 1819, Gall published his principal works, beginning with The Anatomy and Physiology of the Nervous System in general, and of the brain in particular.
I will say, I believe even acupuncture is a pseudoscience, but it's been working for me. It's the only thing that really has been helping me feel better.
With observations upon the possibility of ascertaining the several intellectual and moral dispositions of man and animal by the configuration of their heads. Traditionally, the mind had been studied through introspection.
See, it just seems like palm reading too much. There doesn't seem to be much science to it. It seems completely and totally made up.
Phrenology provided an attractive biological alternative.
Also, as far as I can tell, black people have the same sized heads as us. I mean, I've never measured a black man's skull. He's never let me get close enough. But look, all jokes aside, I've seen black guys with tiny heads, black guys with big heads, white guys with tiny. Oh shit, white guys with big heads. I know we're good. You know what I mean, folks? Maybe I am fat. Did I just break my chair? Fuck. Dude, when I started this show a year ago, I was a YN, now I'm a GN. Sheesh. Let me just praise the Lord real quick.
That attempted to unite all mental phenomena by using consistent biological terminology. Phrenological thinking became influential in the psychiatry and psychology of the 19th century, and contributed to the development of physical anthropology, forensic medicine, and knowledge of the nervous system and brain anatomy. By the 1840s, however, it had been mostly discredited as a pseudoscience. Recent studies used magnetic resonance imaging, or an MRI, to further disprove phrenology's claims. Proponents of phrenology believed that it could diagnose criminal tendencies, and it was one of the first platforms used to suggest rehabilitation. Rather than harsh punishments that wouldn't stop them committing crimes,
That's a
phrenology
funny ad.
suggested that the brain could be reorganized to bring about a change in their criminal behaviors. A strict system of reward and punishment, hard work and religious instruction was thought to be able to correct those who had been abandoned and neglected with little education or moral groundworks. Phrenology also provided reformist...
I'm learning a lot here. Everybody makes jokes about it, but nobody knows shit. Which just goes to show we really are all mind-controlled and programmed in a certain way where we don't know these science. We go, oh, you know, I heard this is good for you, or, oh, I heard that makes a lot, but you don't really understand the science behind anything. You're mocking things that you can't even explain. People do this with religion. They haven't even read the Bible, you know? They don't know anything about it, and they think it's all a bunch of bullshit. I'm willing to hear out anything. I'm willing to hear out phrenology. I'll say it.
Asylums of the Victorian era.
I won't hear out liberal ideas, though. I will only hear out very jarring ideas that make people very upset. Those are the only ones I'm interested in hearing out. In the gutters of society, those are the ideas I'm interested in hearing out. Nothing else. Nothing about loving your neighbor or anything.
Introduced a more humane way of dealing with the
I only listen to theories where I say, if that's true, will it allow me to subjugate another human being?
Ill. Education was thought to play an important role by creating balance through rigorous exercise of beneficial organs while repressing the less desirable ones. Gender stereotyping was common in phrenology.
Damn.
Women whose heads were generally large.
That kind of makes sense now. Kind of makes sense to me. The one on the right sucks ass, right? The one on the left is good. It says the devoted mother, but poor wife on the left, and on the right it says the unmotherly.
In the back with lower foreheads were thought to have underdeveloped organs necessary for success in the arts and sciences, while having larger mental organs relating to the care of children and religion. Some Europeans looking for a scientific basis for their personal racism found phrenology attractive as a justification for European superiority over other races. By comparing the skulls of different ethnic groups, it supposedly allowed for ranking of races from least to most evolved.
Well, why did you stop there? What the hell?
I think a demonstration is in order for our young skeptic. It will be most convivial.
Oh, this is like a romantic comedy? Yeah, please spare me. Studying the shape of the head. This is 18 years ago. I would like to measure my own head now.
Depending on which resource is consulted, there could be anywhere from 27 to 38 regions of the skull indicative of the organs of the brain.
All right.
Each of which stood for a different personality characteristic.
All right, I'm about to measure my head straight up. Hold on.
35 regions, arranged in 5 major areas. The first area focused on.
I'm gonna ask my wife if we have a tape measure.
Amatedness, or physical love and appetite for sex.
Oh shit, I've been getting texts.
An excess of this faculty indicates lewd and obscene behavior. A deficiency indicates a lack of affection and little interest in the opposite sex. At number 2 is philoprogenitiveness, or parental love. It also includes a fondness for pets and a strong feeling for the young and the helpless. Too much can lead to spoiling children by excessive indulgence. Too little can lead to the neglect.
Okay, hold on. So you guys keep learning about phrenology. I'm gonna get this tape measure real quick. I'll be right back so I can measure my skull.
This is the ability to focus the mind on one subject until completion. An excess indicates an obsessive approach while too little leads to a compulsive need for variety, with many tasks left uncompleted. The fourth faculty is adhesiveness, or the need for strong friendship and to increase social contacts. Too much, and there is an excessive fondness for company. Too little, and there is a disposition to neglect friends and shun social contact. At number 5 is combativeness, or the disposition to quarrel and fight. An excess indicates an excitable, contentious disposition. A deficiency indicates cowardice and a lack of courage.
Okay, did you guys learn anything? What'd you guys learn? Tell me. What'd you guys learn? I got a tape measure now. So, my head... So, right there, my head is 11 and a half inches. My head's pretty big, though. I fit in I usually have to go up to the biggest hat size at lids, one down from the biggest they carry. Forget which one that is. I spend a lot of time at lids. I'm 16. I love going to the mall and having boba and hanging out at lids. No, but seriously, it's one below the biggest. So 11 and a half inches. So I'm going to look up phrenology map here. What if it brings up phrenology minor attracted pedophile? I just want the map here. And here, I'm on the phrenology chart. I'm on cerebromente.org here. Okay. So... Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I don't know how to measure, because I just measured my skull. I'm going to type in phrenology head size. Head size, my head is 11.5 inches. Damn, you can buy a phrenology head off of eBay. That's sick. Does anybody have the actual, maybe if I type in phrenology measurements? Because I want to see if I'm an idiot or not. You gotta have the calipers? Yeah, see, I don't have the calipers. What was it, a craniometer? Craniometer? See, this is what I'm looking at here. I need one of these things. The calipers. Ah, here we go. Why is this on someone's LinkedIn page? The hell? Oh, here we go. So, yeah, here we go. So this, I'm guessing they're measuring from here to here, right? Obviously, no one's head is 4 inches around, not even like a baby's. That would be a very tiny man. That would be like the little guy inside the guy's head in Men in Black. So I'm going to try to measure it the best I can here. I would say right about there. I would say it's, is this fair? Would you say it's 7? That's 7 inches right there. 7 inches? It's a little over 7. So that means I am... Well, I'm bigger than all these people. I'm bigger than Hindu, Carib, New Hollander, Negro, American Indian, Brazil Indian, Swiss, Ancient Greek. Oh, and Ancient Greek was 7! Dude, that's awesome! Wow, and Egyptians were really smart. They had big-ass heads. Damn mummy. Unless they're talking about mama. Unless they're talking about a British mama. A mummy. Dude, I'm an ancient Greek. That rules. I'm like Heraclitus or Sophocles or some shit. That kicks ass. Wow. Wow, it turns out I'm a polymath. According to incredibly racist guys from the 1800s, I'm a genius. So that rules. Wow. Feels good, man. Feels good to have a big ass head. I would like to measure the parts of my head that tells me I don't know what all these charts mean, man. I hate charts. I don't know what these charts mean, dude. Look at the only comment. Are you using the R word in the seminar? That rules. Oh, I can't see anything. Damn. Damn, son. Great comment, whoever left that. God bless you. I mean, yeah, logos means knowledge. Who's to say if it's bad? And friend, which of course means Pepe. I guess we'll really never know what happened to it. Lost to the sands of time. Who knows why it was abandoned? Who knows? Probably because of woke. I bet you $1 that, woke got in the way of progress once again. Think of how we could have mastered phrenology at this point. You guys are screenshotting me looking at school sizes. That's insane. Come on, we're having a little fun. Everyone's like, "Oh, Ben's crazy. Ben's losing his mind." I'm having a good time. Apparently I'm going insane. I've been doing this since I was a child. I've been this exact person. I'm not going crazy. I guess I was born insane. I'll allow that. I'll allow I've always been crazy. The idea that I'm losing my mind that's beyond the pale. Dude, Ben's going crazy. No, you're a boring fuck. You're a boring, miserable fag. I'm having a good time. I'm learning. I'm learning about history. I'm learning about where I came from. I'm not afraid to look down into the pit, that deep, unknowable, history of man. I'm not allowed. I'm not scared to gaze down into it and see where I'm from. I'd like to learn about the great men that came before me. The farther you go back in time, the greater man was, really. Smarter they were, better memory, better at art, better, more connected to the spirit world, the divine. I'm not afraid to look into the past. I look into the past, I only see what dullards we are, what simple, like, cattle we've become. The cattle. We're cattle, guys. No one is as smart as, we're so dumb.